What's good, family? It's your boy Z to the EO, man, back again. You riding with your mans, holding the blade with the flame of the truth. Let's get it. Let's get it. Man, y'all seeing the weather starting to change, baby. Leaves falling off the trees. Nice looking, the orange and all type of stuff going on out there. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the Halloween season. Man, I don't celebrate that shit. I don't celebrate none of that shit, man. Like, I guess that's what we can talk about today. These holidays, like, you know, holidays and holy days is not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the real, you know. And the thing about it is that, you know, these holidays get marketed to us as a kid. You know what I'm saying? They get you as a kid. Because when you know, they try to sell you this stuff and sell you this ritual and tradition as an adult, you know, you kind of see through it. But when it grab hold to you when you a kid, like, you know, you don't know when you know, 8 years old and you see everybody coming to your school showing up dressed as Spider-Man and shit, that you participate in Saturnalia. You don't have no idea. You don't even be thinking about that shit. You know what I'm saying? You just be thinking, oh man, I'm doing dress up as a, you know, my favorite superhero and shit. I remember the first time, like, because we didn't really celebrate no holidays like that. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I mean, like, every little kid wanted something on Christmas because everybody in the world got told that on the 25th, you supposed to be getting new toys and shit. So that's kind of how we looked at Christmas. Like, shit, this toy day. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gave a fuck about no Santa Claus. Nobody gave a fuck about, you know, all this Kris Kringle shit and, you know, all that. Like, I know we never cared about that shit. You know, we knew tomorrow is toy day. You know what I'm saying? We finna get action figures and video games and shit and new socks. This is what we knew, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how we looked at it, you know, growing up. But when we got to school, like elementary school, was when the indoctrination really started, you know, as I look back on it. You know, because we dibbled and dabbled in the Jehovah's Witness thing for a minute. So we was going into the Jehovah's Witness stuff because, you know, they was calling him by his name. So we kind of was, you know, rolling with that, you know what I'm saying, for a minute. You know, they got their own little hang-ups or whatever. You know, they think Christ and Michael is the same, and, you know, it's a whole lot of other stuff. So we didn't get off into that, but they had it right as far as not getting involved in no pagan holidays. So if you grew up around the Jehovah's Witnesses, you ain't celebrating nothing. You ain't celebrating no birthday. We ain't doing that shit. So, you know, like I said, although I don't get down with their whole entire doctrine, I do respect that they can, you know, chill out on all these holidays that really don't belong to them. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them for that. And that only. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, man, like, you know, like I said, when you grow up and you realize what you've been participating in, you like, you know, I remember when it happened, like I said, in elementary school when everybody showed up and they had on costumes and shit. I ain't know nothing about this shit. I just know I was the only nigga that wasn't dressed like Spider-Man, or niggas was making their own costumes and shit. Niggas had on capes and shit. I'm looking like, what the fuck? I thought that shit was cool as hell, though. You know, we grew up in the comic book era. You know what I'm saying? We grew up straight up comic books. You know, all that superhero shit, that He-Man shit and all of that. Niggas was dressed like He-Man and shit. Niggas had the sword and shit. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So that made Halloween look exciting at the time. I remember. You know, they brought out all the candy and shit, and the teacher would disrupt classroom time. So around Saturnalia time, we ain't doing no work. So we coloring pictures and shit. You know, they giving you candy every day. This teacher had a party this day. This teacher had a party that day. So you just, you know, you'd be partied out after you done had a party in each one of your teacher's classes. So shit, I'm just saying, when you look at that for what it is, they put that shit on you. Come on, man, they put that shit on you, like, and you know, they put that shit on you, dog, like, you know, and that shit worked. You know what I'm saying? It worked like a charm. You know what I'm saying? Give a kid some candy, a new action figure, and a costume. What? That kid gonna wanna do that shit every year. We wanna know what the calendar was. What's today? Oh yeah, I ain't forgetting this next year. We wanted to know about the calendar after that shit. And then they hit you with the back-to-back, because Halloween and Christmas is the same shit. Like I said, Saturnalia. It started on the 31st, and it extended, you know what I'm saying, all the way into the Christmas season. So this was definitely a year to be jolly. you know. But these motherfuckers weren't following the 10 Commandments. I'll tell you that right now. Right now, I'll tell you that. Because these motherfuckers were straight up pagan, bro. Straight up pagan. So this shit right here was all about, like, they was sacrificing motherfuckers and shit. They want your kids to be outside so they can take them, bro. Real shit. Like, if you look at all of the fairy tales and shit, or if you want to call them fairy tales, or the old wise tales or whatever you want to call them, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was always a kid. Like, it was always some kids either trying to find some kind of gingerbread house or some shit, and it's always the witch involved. It's always some shit. Like, it's always a troll under the damn bridge or some shit like that. Like, this shit, all this shit, you know what I'm saying, kind of refer back to the days of eating children and shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of motherfucking kids come up missing, man, on this Halloween time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can wear masks and shit. Like, see, now, in a way, they kind of making it Halloween all year round. Because, you know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is that if a nigga see you with a Freddy Krueger mask on, you could be about to go rob a fucking bank. You know what I'm saying? But if a motherfucker see you with a Freddy Krueger mask on around Halloween time, motherfuckers ain't gonna say nothing. They like, oh, that's just Freddy. He's not gonna do anything. They looking at your ass like that. You know what I'm saying? Now with the new COVID shit, motherfuckers can put on desperado masks, like straight up, like, you know what I'm saying? Straight desperado shit. Like, you be looking like, they gonna let this motherfucker in the store? Yup. They gonna. I was trying to find my desperado mask, but I don't know. I done took it out somewhere. I was trying to give y'all the whole visual effect of that shit with the mask on, like. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, back in the day, man, I ain't been black, but for my whole life. And you couldn't wear hoods and no fucking wear. You know what I'm saying? All these stores, like, sir, that hood gotta come off. You gotta put that bag down. They was on some extra shit. Now with this COVID shit, you can come in with just your eyes out, like, on some hijab shit, like, and they ain't saying shit to you. Like, I'm like, is they trying to encourage motherfuckers to start robbing shit? You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking. Like, is they trying to push this shit to make motherfuckers start hitting licks? I don't know, man. You know, these motherfuckers are some nefarious ass motherfuckers. Like, we fucking with some nefarious ass motherfuckers. These niggas here that's running this shit, they got this shit all fucked up. Cuz he a dude with a charger. And he think he got a little engine in that motherfucker. He just keep hitting that motherfucker, trying to fuck up the video and shit. Bro. The car in front of him like 6 feet. He about 3 car lengths in front of me. You're not going nowhere, bro. You just keep hitting it like, just burning up gas. See how you can't even drive in traffic without getting on these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers gonna be silly to the end. Look at that ass nigga. But man, look, like I said, I never really got into that shit, man. The holidays and, you know what I'm saying, all that Christmas shit. Like, I really don't give a fuck about that shit now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess some people might feel the type of way, those who keep dates, because I really don't care about dates and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. Like, when it come down to holidays and shit, and motherfuckers' birthdays and shit, they be feeling some type of way. You know, when you forget their birthday and shit, they think you're supposed to know that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool if you grew up with somebody, you know, it is what it is. But if you don't celebrate birthdays and you don't get caught up in that shit, you can't expect from motherfuckers can't expect you to just drop everything you do all year and now you just start celebrating it just because it's their shit. Like, in my opinion, I don't even feel like you should even be counting your years. That's just how I feel. I feel like you should just be living, dude. Just live. Like, why is we counting everything? They want to put a number on every motherfucking thing, dog. I think life is shorter. Like, I really think life is shorter when you just stare at that motherfucker all day and just keep looking at it. Like, it's like I think your hair grows shorter when you keep looking at it in the mirror. Just keep looking at it. Like, did I get some new hair growth today? Your hair is just gonna slow that shit down because you keep checking. Like, this nigga wanna keep checking. Slow down, nigga. Like, you know how shit go. Like, when you wait on somebody to come get you, they gonna take forever. It's that type of shit. Like, so if you're not thinking about the shit can kind of move on its own. It's like, as soon as you start putting thoughts behind that shit, you rearranging shit and don't even know it. So, you know, I like to leave the age shit alone. So that's kind of how it rolled into the holidays for me. You know what I'm saying? The only holidays I believe is the ones from the Hebrew calendar, and I feel like those is even off. You know what I'm saying? Like, they made sure we didn't get it. Like, you know, they made sure we didn't get it. So, you know, I asked the Most High to forgive me for, you know, the things they changed that I couldn't affect them changing. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would have knew it was stuff to keep up with, I would have kept up with it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like I said, we can't cry over spilled milk. It is what it is. The Most High already know they didn't fuck some shit up. So, you know, it is what it is. We can't get to whining about that shit, you know. But as far as these holidays, people, man, like I said, a lot of this shit is pagan. This shit go back thousands of years. A lot of this shit ain't got nothing to do with Christianity. But some of this shit do got something to do with Christianity. You know, and Christianity really ain't got nothing to do with the culture of the Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? Christianity is like a watered down version of some of the, you know, the stories and lessons in the Hebrew culture. But it's for everybody. It's like a watered down for everybody version. You know, that's what America do. America's all about majority rules, and that dude's dumb. He's out there. He stopped before the yellow light just to stock up traffic. The dude behind him blew the horn like, "Come on, bro!" He stopped before the yellow light and just blew the light, made everybody wait. Like, I hate motherfuckers like that. Just inconsiderate. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. What's going on with our people, man? It's inconsiderate. But man, like I said, man, these holidays, there's nothing wrong with chilling with your family. Don't get me wrong on that. There's nothing wrong with hanging out with your people. There's nothing wrong with having to get together. That's not what I mean. But you can do that anytime. It's like I tell people all the time, why I gotta buy you some shit on Christmas? If I feel like buying you some shit, and it's something I feel like you should have, I should just give that shit to you now. Like, why I gotta wait till Christmas come? Why I gotta wait till your birthday come around? Like, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just saying, man, you know, like, it really don't help us out, man. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, to even be participating in that shit, you know? And, you know, like I was kind of touching on earlier, we're going back to the lab, but I was kind of touching on earlier, like, you know, a lot of these, you know, holidays you participating in and you celebrate, you don't even know what they was doing back in the day. So you don't even know what kind of energy has been, you know, invoked into these days of the year, in certain days of the year, you know? So I believe in certain energy around when certain shit got done on certain days every year. I believe that energy is still around. Like, you know, Christmas got an energy of itself. Can't you? Everybody, they say the Christmas spirit. You can feel the Christmas spirit. You can feel that shit. You can feel it around that time of year. You can feel that so much shit that happened on these dates that shit just stained into the reality. Like, just stained into it. Like, it's like the 31st of Halloween. It's stained into reality. Come on, bro. If you gonna get over. If you not, don't. Like, what you doing? Go ahead, bro. Man got the pop-up camper in that joint. You know what I'm saying? I need to get me one of those. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like the pop-up when he got, but that's better than nothing, I guess. He camping, you know. I'm just talking shit. I need to be out here in nature. Back out there in the streets. Y'all need to do that shit, man. I'm talking to niggas in the hood. Y'all need to get y'all out of that crib. You know what I'm saying? Get out of the crib. Come on outside in this nature and shit. And fuck around in some, you know what I'm saying? In some of these trees and shit. At least understand this shit. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you this right now. At least learn how to dookie outside. Can you do that? You know what I'm saying? Some niggas don't know how to do that shit. Think you better learn that shit. I learned that skill by the hard way. I didn't mean to learn that shit, but when nature calls, motherfucker, shit, dookie waits on no man. So some of us didn't learn the hard way. I know I did. I tried to hold dookie like, dookie just overpower your ass for a certain amount of time. You was like, you'd be like, oh! It didn't happen at the wrong time, nigga. So you better learn dookie outside, nigga. Better learn. Y'all females and shit too cute to dookie outside, shit. But you gonna have to get evicted and get put out first before you learn how to do that shit? Shit. I'm not holding this shit. When that shit say blip blip, I'm dropping this shit. Look, I don't hold farts no more. I used to do that shit, that cute ass shit when I was young. Like, I will hold the fart so the people around me won't smell it. Shit. That shit motherfucker like, I'm just hitting that motherfucker now like shit. Like, that's what that motherfucker wanted to do. I apologize to everybody. How you know how motherfuckers look at you when you fart though? You fart, motherfucker looking at you like, why did you do that? Like, you just intentionally just shot a missile in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, the missile wasn't intentional, bro. I'm not saying the missile didn't get shot in this motherfucker. I'm just saying I didn't intentionally shoot the motherfucker. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. But yeah, let's go back to this lab. We can chop it up a little bit. I can show y'all some of these, at least Saturnalia, and show you some of these holidays that y'all participating in that you may not know the type of shit they was doing. So let's go back to the lab real quick. Ride with your man for a minute, you know.